Yes, people. So today's video, we're going to talk about improving your communication on the pitch. When it comes to communication, there is non-verbal and there's verbal communication. Now, this is taken from my book, The Genius Game, Volume 2. I believe that if for wingers, particularly wingers, when you are on the wide areas, not in the half spaces where it's easy to be seen, but in the wide areas, especially when the play's been played on one side, you've got some space. You've got to, as wingers and fullbacks, master the art of communication, verbally and non-verbal. With verbal communication, you need to be able to not be shouting, saying long-winded explanations or technical jargons, or saying multiple instructions at once, or negative or critical language that we see Bruno Fernandes done time after time again. I can't lie, if he was my teammates, me and him will be doing a UFC thing in the change rooms. I can't lie, because the amount of times I've seen him with his mouth, and he says it in Spanish or Portuguese, should I say, and his body language when his teammates makes a bad pass. This is where again your body language has to improve as a player in terms of to know when to receive the ball, when you don't want to receive the ball. So when it comes to verbal communication, you need to know football specific terminologies. If you don't know these, then I don't know what to say, but this is going to help you. If you don't know what man on is, then just shut the video down very quickly. Shut it down. You need to know these words: man on, or pressure, switch, overlap, hold or keep possession. When you're trying to build up the play, instead of your winger trying to build up quickly, say keep possession, hold it, take time, basically. And that's the next one. Sorry, I say take time. You've got to master, because especially playing a non-league, you've got these semi-pro guys, especially centre backs, who love to just hoof it long to the winger, and they can take time, just have time. Even clearance, they don't even need to hump it out for a clearance. They could literally control it and just play it down. And that's why the word time is probably one of the key words, especially playing in the UK. Next one obviously is trap back. That's very important, especially to those lazy wingers and lazy players. Pick up your man on set pieces and all that. This is very important. First time, two touch or one touch or twos. When you want to combine quickly, touch, two touch or twos. You got to know these interchangeable words. Hold the line, stay on side. So again, it's in my book. You can master these words, because I believe you need to understand it. If your teammates don't know it, then you need to educate them. Now, when it comes to non-verbal communication, don't want to spend too long. But non-verbal communication, one of the best things I've seen, best player I've seen master non-verbal communication is Declan Rice. And if you see something that he does all the time, Declan Rice always puts his hands up high whenever he wants the ball. His hands are up high, and he shouts or commands for the ball. He could just have his hands down, but having his hands up high indicates to his teammate that he doesn't want the ball. He's demanding for the ball because he's going to do something effective with it, should I say. Especially you wingers playing on the wing, if you can try and use that technique of having your hands up high and calling for the ball and shouting, saying switch, 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 having your hands up high, sooner or rather your teammate will get the indication that if they're playing one side and it's congested, I will slightly know so-and-so's on other side. But let me know what you think about this. Again, this is a very important subject. Again, if you want to know more information about communication, you can click the link in the bio. And number two, also, you can book a free 15-minute consultation with myself, where I can sit down and go through the psychological segment tests with you. Bless up, and let's keep going.